What is going on, guys? It is Mike with All About Pressure Washing, and today we are going to be talking about quoting 2 big hotels. All right, so we have a customer who owns 8 hotels in the Savannah market and bowling alleys, movie theaters, all kinds of stuff. And he's asked us to give him a quote on 2 of his hotels here locally, which we're obviously more than happy to do. So I'm out here today and I'm going to do a walkthrough and kind of walk you guys through what I look for and how we're going to price this. So let's take a look. So we have a 4-story building. This one is basically just a big rectangle, and it's going to be relatively easy to clean. So we just finished cleaning the gentleman who owns all of these hotels, his house, and he was very happy. We do one of his private clubs. We do the landscape maintenance for his private clubs, and he has asked for pricing on this. It's not bad. We can reach everything from the ground. Not a whole lot of mildew, not a whole lot of surface pollutants. So it should be relatively easy. Should not take a tremendous amount of time. I'm guessing probably 5 to 6 hours for this building, not including any of the concrete, which he did not ask about, but as always, we will include that in the price when we give him a quote. He did say that he would rent a lift for us. I don't think that's necessary. And because he's not having to rent a lift, and that was already in his mind, it's one way that we can kind of show that we're going to save him some money. And obviously I'm going to talk with him about that. Really, there is not a whole lot to this. Now, we would downstream the entire building, which would give us the distance that we need in order to reach the top. I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up, but you can see where someone has cleaned this in the past, and they did not do a great job. You can see streaks of cleanliness. And yeah, this will have to be a hot mix. Again, there is not a tremendous amount of dirt or mildew or anything on this, so it is going to be relatively easy to clean, but it is going to take time to do it right. So building 1 is behind me, and that is just a big rectangle. But the one we're walking to right now, which is in the same parking lot, is a lot bigger, has a lot more intricacies to the design, and is going to be a little bit more time consuming because it is dirty. As you can see, there is a lot more detail to this one. Lots of nooks, lots of crannies, and it is dirtier. This building is about 2 years older than the one we were just looking at. And I don't think this thing has been cleaned probably for at least 3, maybe 4 years, judging from what I'm looking at right now. So let's take a closer look. Honestly, I can't tell if that is wand marks or just the stucco. I think it's wand marks. And because the guy that is asking us for the quote mentioned the need for a lift, I'm guessing he hired somebody with no experience who got up there and just blasted the heck out of this building. Not good. Hopefully that's showing up on film. If it is, leave a comment below. Don't hire a hack. So I'm going to do a quick walk around and then we'll talk about pricing this thing. So I'm on the back side of the building, and it has got almost zero buildup of anything. So that makes the lives of my technicians a lot easier. All you need to do is a thorough, even application across the entire structure, and you're good to go. If you look right along this little decorative cap right there, that's really the only place where you see any buildup. Beside just a very slight buildup of mildew, the only thing that has caught my attention is this one single rust stain. Now, we could remove that with F9 or some oxalic acid, and that would take that right away, but it would also probably bleach out the stucco. So that's something that I'm going to have to talk about. And the dreaded dirt daubers. Those are always a pain, especially when they're that high. And you can see quite a bit of bug debris buildup and mildew up along that top edge, that's no problem. I don't know about you guys, but because I am a pressure cleaner, I am constantly looking at every surface around me, whether it's going into a store, going to a friend's house. I'm always looking up and judging. It's what I do. But it also can serve you well when you're out and about. Like in this particular scenario, I am doing a quote for these buildings behind me, but what catches my eye is how absolutely disgusting these are. These things look horrible, and it really wouldn't take a whole lot to get that cleaned up. So after I'm done here, I am going to walk over here. I'm going to try to find who the property management company is, and I'm going to send them an unsolicited bid to clean their property. You never know. All right, so the building behind me, the first one that we looked at, that's going to take probably 6 hours or so. We're not going to need a lift. We can do everything from the ground. We're going to downstream with a relatively hot mix and get that thing looking great. For that building, I'm going to quote them $6,000. I think they're going to bite. I'm also going to quote them this one. This one is significantly larger. There's a lot more to it. It's a lot dirtier. It hasn't been cleaned in a couple years, so there is some buildup. I mean, you can look at it right there and see what I'm talking about. I could have them bring in a lift, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to use that as kind of a incentive that we're saving them money. But this one right here, I'm going to quote it $8,000 if they do both at the same time. So I think that's a fair price. This one is probably going to take 2 guys, 6 hours. That one is a 1-guy job, and that's 6 hours. So I think that's a fair price. I do know these guys. I know that they are going to be not necessarily getting other bids, but I know they're going to beat me up on my price. So I'm going to throw it up against the wall and see what sticks. I've said that before. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. All right, guys, that is it for me. I hope this helped. I hope that you got a little glimpse into how I price things. It's not going to work for everybody. Some people may think I'm crazy. Some people think my prices are too high. Some people may think my prices are too low. But at the end of the day, it is your business. It is my business, and we are the ones that determine our future. So keep that in mind. I hope the video helps. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment. Give us a thumbs up. I'm about to walk over to that building and see if I can't find out who owns it, who runs it, and send them a price too. You guys take care. Have a great day.